this is a journey, and I know many times people will think that, oh, you're used to this, it's not a biggie. But I hold the teaching task and the preaching task so sacred that I understand any opportunity that you receive to pour into the people of God, it's major. Um, for me, the teaching aspect is actually a way of opening up myself. So I can be very transparent. I can talk about things that perhaps, and I caution people, you never say anything you don't want repeated. Because I understand that once it's out there, it's out there. So most of what I share with you, I've already shared. Okay, so I don't have any issues with that. I'm in a place at this moment where I am seeking to begin to do more of what I know. I told Archbishop he is the king of writing. He is the king of it. I take nothing from him. Amen. But it's the opportunity I always said I wanted to have to share with people and not to have people go through anything that if it's in me to help deter them from going down a road that I know is rocky and rough, then I will do it. Now, life experience has taught me that some folk just like walking down a rocky, rough road. So you can't prevent all things, but at least you can go with an understanding that somebody who has walked this road had enough um, guts, was committed enough to my growth and development that they shared a part of their journey with me. So I go down this road. It is dark, it is rocky, it is rough, but I know that I can make it through. And sometimes our lives are just that. It provides an opportunity for someone else who is going through to see they can make it through. Amen? So I stand before you today. I want to thank my daughter in her spiritual presence. Amen. Because I know she's thinking now, what is she doing? Um, did she get through everything? But she stepped up and she assisted me, overseer designate, Kimber Jarena Lucas. She assisted me in pulling together this PowerPoint. She put it in a PDF document as well, but she helped me pull it together. And I want to say that loudly because, you know, your children, they can walk with you and you can give everybody the accolades and you forget them. But I've learned in watching them grow and develop that they never forget what you didn't do. So I've learned as they have grown, and for Mr. President, Hakeem Jabez Lucas, I haven't talked to him because I didn't want to have him influence me in terms of where I would go. So I didn't talk, and he knows it because he didn't call me either. So, and that's okay. But I know he is in a place where he too is just saying, okay, Ma, do what you do. My last child, my youngest son, he's an actor here in New York. And I said to him, you know, it's a hard road. Um, I did everything I could to try to get him to do something else. And I was reminded that even as a preacher, they say that, you know, we're on stage too. So we're actors in the midst of everything we do, you know. So I had to step back from that and stop telling him how um, well, the words I'm thinking, I don't want to profess. So, how prosperous he's going to be, and how dedicated to the profession, how the doors will open quickly, and he will be able to stand and work and be strong in his craft. So, he has actually taken the opportunity, and I told him for African American actors and actresses, it's difficult. And for the most of their lives, if they didn't write their own material, they didn't have much. So he did heed that, and he started writing his own material. And even invited me, and it was interesting because someone asked him, "Why did you invite your mother to be on stage with you?" And he said, "Because she comments anyhow," and he's right. I could be in the audience, and he says, "You know, I'm talking back," but that's African. We're oral people, and we get into it. We participate. We don't sit and watch people. We get into it. Our bodies are into it. Our mouths are into it, and from that experience, you can see the person growing. So. From my talking anyway, he invited me to be a part of one of his plays, and I was on stage with him, and I was to be the voice that he couldn't speak, that is the correction perhaps, that he couldn't think of, the path, the alternative to that which he had chosen to do. And it was very, very interesting, to say the least. Um, he actually had a stint at the Public Theater last year, and I was on I was on stage with him there. I wasn't even thinking about what that meant, but the other actors understood what it meant to be there. So I said, "Wow, this is very interesting. I don't know where it will lead, but it's been wonderful working alongside you." So, from the three children that I've been given and my granddaughter, I have come into a place of understanding more about myself. So, what I would say to you is this is a spiritual journey. And I always begin in terms of stepping back, reflecting on where I am, but also understanding what brought me to this place.